Good morning, good morning. I had left Stanimals. I did take a 0 there, after all, because I got all my chores done the first night, but I just didn't feel like I got to rest and relax, so I just took the 0. Gave myself some more time to put a video or 2 up, and I actually had really cool conversations with other hikers, just sharing our experiences, which was really cool. I haven't done that really. I mean, sometimes, but it was just like, I don't know, 3 people around, my age group. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I was passing another hiker. Didn't want to get them on camera against their will or anything. So, yeah, as I was saying, so I got some things done, and I got some relaxation and had that good conversation with those other hikers. It was a good vibe there. I liked it. Stanimals was cool. Stanimals 328. The one in, well, you know where I was, but now that there's 2 Stanimals, you got to make a distinction. There's a pretty creek crossing here. It's kind of narrow, especially just coming out of town. My bag is fat and the bridge is narrow, so to turn and give those shots, I had to my bag was kind of squeezed. So today we've got a big old climb, almost 2,500 feet, I think, somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500 feet. But we've had rain, so it's cooler. Humidity doesn't feel as bad, so it shouldn't be horrible. But still, it's gonna be one every day at least, I would think. I don't know why I've become so whiny about climbing. It's what we do here. But it just takes a lot out of me, that's all. And it's not as fun. But I planned out to 14 miles, but again, coming out of town, who knows? Could have a good day, I could get lazy. We'll see what happens. But I'd like to hit that mark if I can. I did get on trail a little bit late, about 10, but I've done 14 miles. I've done 15 miles getting on the trail at 10 before, so it's doable. Am I gonna have the will to do it is the question. So the chores went well. There was only a few stops to do. Did some resupply. There's a local grocery there where I had they got hardware and stuff too, and they have some hiker gear. They don't have a outfitter, so this is the next best thing. I was able to get necessities like my fuel canister. I need a new fuel canister, and they also had freeze-dried meals, mountain houses and stuff, so I got one of those. And then just went to Dollar General for all my other hiking needs. And then just the pizza place. I ate the pizza. I was one of the first things I did. I, took my shower, got cleaned up, got my stuff organized, got everything ready, and then went out and had pizza. Ate almost their larges are huge, and I polished most of it off at the restaurant. And then I went back there for like lunch, dinner the next day, and had a Italian sausage sub. That was pretty good. Service there was great. They were friendly, cool. Everybody was nice there. It was a nice town. I mean, there's not much to it, but it had what I needed. And it was a good stop. All right. When I got something more, I will get back with you. I will see you down the trail. Hey, yo. I'm to the top of the first and really only major climb today. Heading down now across a ridge. And we got about another 500-foot climb in a mile or so. No, in about 2.5 miles. And we got a 500-foot climb to the peak of Bluff Mountain. I'm probably gonna camp early today, sometime after Bluff Mountain, because we're supposed to have storms rolling in around 6-ish. Next time I take a break, I'll check the weather to see if that's changed at all since I last looked. If I got service, I should up here. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. And if it's still the same, if they're still calling for rain around 6, like storms rain, not just. It's been kind of rainy all day. Not rainy, but wet. Tree drip, and I've been up top, so it's misty, the clouds. It's almost like a constant drizzle between those things. That's fine. But yeah, I want to get set up and stuff before the storms come in, so. And they're supposed to clear out by the time I would wake up tomorrow morning, like about 5 a.m. They're supposed to clear up or start clearing up. So we'll see. I'm mentally prepared for it to be rainy tonight. Like I said, as long as I get set up before the rain starts, I should be fine. It's just gonna be one of them weeks, that's all. But so far, I mean, it was a lot better today than the last couple climbs, only because the sun wasn't beating down on me. It's not as hot, but it is still humid, so the sweat sweat dripping into my glasses. The bugs aren't as bad today. Yeah, that's really nice. I haven't really had any bug issues. So yeah, that's the basic plan. I still don't have. I'm gonna play it by ear. I'm gonna really ration my power and stuff, because it is a long way to Waynesboro, and just the options between here and there are just, I don't know. Something will work out. I don't know. There's options, but they're not super great. I mean, the best one is only like 2 days away. But, if that can get me, bridge that gap a little bit, I would definitely be able to do 2 and then 3 or 4. But again, it depends what opportunities avail themselves. Well, show themselves that I can avail myself of. If worse comes to worse, we just make the push all the way to Waynesboro and go in on fumes. If it comes to that. Like I said, I'm already started rationing the power, so I'm not going through as much. If I have service, I'll take my phone out every break and just like doom scroll on X, or just get caught up reading stuff on Facebook and eat up my battery. So I'm trying to, there'll be time for a little bit of that at night. You know, I don't want to totally deprive myself, but if I can keep from using too much battery during the day, I will. Anyway, well, it's been a nice hike today. It's pretty. I mean, I like the aesthetic of the woods being wet. I don't necessarily like it being wet or damp all the time. That's what makes it so hard to leave hostel sometimes. It's like, I'm dry. But out here, I'm just constantly damp. Oh well. Getting excited about getting close to Shenandoah's. Virginia's slowly starting to come to a close. I'm really close to the 800-mile mark. I was thinking I might make it today, and there's still a chance I could, depending on how the weather looks and stuff, but chances are I'll hit it early tomorrow morning, the 800-mile marker. I'm gonna camp probably very close to it though. Alright, I'm gonna get a few miles in here. If I see anything cool or interesting or have something else to say, I'll see it on the trail. Well, I'll see it on the trail either way, but I'll come back with another clip if I see something cool. Alright. Hey y'all, I'm at the top of Bluff Mountain. Looks like there used to be a fire tower or something here, or a cabin or something. Got all this stairs and stuff. But yeah, I'm at the top, and I've decided I am gonna hit the shelter that's about 1.5 miles from here and about 0.2 off the trail. But it looks like that rain is gonna come probably a little bit earlier. Could be 5:30, 5:45 is what they're saying now. So I'm just gonna get to the shelter, and I'm gonna set up my tent and stuff and get ready to just wait out the rain. It's alright, I'll still have like 10.5 miles today. I won't get the 14 I had originally planned out, but that's alright. I'd rather camp early and lose a couple hours than get soaked and then have to set up camp, or set up camp in the rain. So yeah, I think it's the best decision. Plus there's water right there, and there's I'd have to go to the shelter to get water anyway, and even if I wanted to go a little bit further, I'd have to go down to that shelter, get water, hike the 0.2 back, so it'd be another like half mile, and then yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay by the shelter. I usually don't like going to ones that are that far off the trail, but in this case, I'll make an exception. But it should be mostly downhill. Well, it is mostly downhill. Thank goodness, because these climbs in this part of Virginia have been really taxing. very tiring. I don't know if it's because of the humidity or the weather. Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe they're just pain in the ass mountains. But I'm at the end of them for today. Now I just got to get my downhill legs going. After going up all day, it kind of takes a while to warm up to going downhill. But I should be able to knock this 1.5 miles out pretty quick. And I'll see if maybe I have the presence of mind to do an outro tonight. It hasn't been a bad day of hiking. I don't feel like drained. I could make it further. I could have made the 14.4 if it wasn't for this weather coming in. I mean, if I wanted to hike in the rain and be miserable, I could still make it, but I'm not going to. Now I'll sit in my tent and I'll cook dinner and maybe read some of my book that I haven't read in a while. Because I've been camping pretty close. Like by the time I get done eating and stuff, the sun's going down. So I really haven't had a lot of daylight to read. I'm usually eating dinner and getting ready to just settle in and go to sleep. Alright, so if this is my last clip, I'll see you tomorrow. If circumstances permit, I'll do a clip from the shelter or from my tent or whatever. I haven't done one from my tent in a long time. This vlog has really changed. Anyhow, I will either see you tomorrow or I'll see you down at camp. Alright, see you on the trail.